Yo, what's going on, guys? I know it's been quite a while. I've wanted to make this video for quite a while, but I haven't really been able to, and I'll describe in this video why I haven't really been able to fully certify, say anything, and make this video until now. So first off, what is this video? This is the final video that I intend to upload to the platform of YouTube. This is my final goodbye, not just DBD related. I'm not just leaving DBD. Even though this is not a DBD video, it's on my DBD channel, which is why I say it. This is my final video, and I've spent a lot of time over the last few months just randomly throughout the day thinking about how I want to make this video, because I could just basically have a quick goodbye and just thank everybody for everything. I could describe why I'm leaving for personal reasons, why I'm leaving for DBD, why not even DBD content sphere and community related reasons. I could do so many different things, and I think I want to do this in the way that I am most proud of when I make videos, and that is full brutal honesty and trying to teach others lessons, life lessons, describing my own personal journeys of things, because I think those are the best videos that I've ever made, are the ones where I'm describing an arduous journey and I'm giving life lessons and I'm just, kind of being relatable. So I think that's how I want to approach this video. So it's not even just me quitting and why I'm quitting. It's going to be me describing why I started, and that is really important, because then it's going to make sense for why I'm quitting. This could be an hour. This is unscripted. This is just talking from the heart, from the chest, from the brain, whatever. And this could go on forever, but this is going to be probably the most honest and real I've ever been on my channel, because it's my last video. So might as well. So before this starts, two things. One, this is going to be for not the whole thing, but for part of it, it's going to be a really negative sounding video. And I just want everyone to know that I am very appreciative of all of you. For people who only came in during DBD, for the people that were there for my original run-in with YouTube, which we'll get into. If you didn't know, I actually had a channel the exact same size for a different community before I went to DBD. People who were there for both, people who might not even discovered my channel yet. I just want to be thankful and show my gratitude towards everybody, because since this is me quitting and describing why I'm done. That sounded so aggressive. Why did I say it like that? Why I'm done? I don't know. It sounds so aggressive. It's going to sound like a really negative video. And obviously, if you make a video about why you're quitting and why you're leaving, it's going to sound really negative. Just kind of makes sense. And I just wanted to jump in front of that and be look, I am very appreciative of everything. The second thing, I'm going to be very awkward in this video. Not socially awkward. Everything around me is kind of a fucking mess right now. Well, first off, I had to put my face cam back on, which I don't know. Why does this face cam always make my facial hair look red? It makes me look pale with pink cheeks. My facial looks so I look ginger right here with this. It always does this shit, and I don't know why. So we have this fucking camera lighting that always pisses me off. In case you can't tell, the room behind me is a disaster. This basement where I am, where all my shit's located, flooded a couple months ago, and I didn't fully set everything back up because I knew I was going to be moving across the country at some point this year, which that some point is in a few weeks from now, which is why there's totes behind my head that are going to hold the stuff for me to move. And I put them up to block some of the background shit. I have to hold my mic, which the reason I keep looking over here, because the boom arm here, let's do this. The boom arm comes here. This sucks. This is horrible for you guys to look at. So I'm holding the mic and I want to show it, but it's so delicate. That's why I keep looking over here at the audio meter to make sure that the cord doesn't move a millimeter and kick out the mic. And then I'll show you guys what I did with my fucking face cam, because here, let me do this. The monitor back there is too far back, and it elevates too much. I can pull it, that one I can pull down easier than this one, but it's so far back that it makes the face cam look really weird, and this monitor gets in the way because I have a small desk. So my face cam is, you can see it, balanced on top of a box that is balanced on top of an empty zero sugar lemonade container. So, so as you can see, this setup wise and visual wise is very fucking awkward. This is horrible, but it only has to last until the end of this video. There's no reason to fully try to figure out an optimal resetup spot for everything when I'm just going to tear it down anyway. So this is, I'm sorry, but it's going to look awful, but only I really had to deal with it, I guess. But yeah, if I keep looking over here, I'm sorry. It's like, I can't let that mic kick out. And I'm like, so I'm trying to like look over here, but yeah, I'm sorry. All right. So where do I start this video after that, especially? I guess where I'm going. So that's also weird because I'm not really allowed to describe it. I agreed with the people at this career opportunity. The agreement was that when I make a final video saying goodbye, because I got the job offer, the camera just tilted. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Hey, the camera fell down and I had to readjust it, and while readjusting it, the mic stopped working. So yes, it's gonna be a fucking, like an hour-long disaster for me. So I agreed with the people at the career place that during my final video, I would basically just say I'm pursuing a career opportunity. And don't ask, don't try to poke and prod to figure out what's going on with me. I'll be okay. I kind of just, I can't really describe. I'm pursuing a cool, awesome career. Don't ask, just don't. This, what can I say? This already caused problems for me. So let's just leave it at that. Can that be my last request to you guys? Thank you. So I guess next for, yet again, this isn't scripted. I don't really know where to take this. I guess why I started YouTube. So I guess I also could show you where I started because it wasn't DBD in case you didn't know. So yeah, in case you guys didn't know, like this is called vPeak Variety just because I wanted the vPeak name on the DBD channel. I started with COD Zombies. It used to have like 29 point something K. It was like equal this, like both channels got to an equal size when I left. It's crazy. I think it was like within 100 subs of each other. So yeah, this is my first channel, which I started in about 2021. This is Call of Duty Zombies. So the reason I just want to describe this is because maybe not everybody knows that, like I had like an entire other channel. Like, I mean, I can do this. Like, yeah, like I had like an actual other channel. Like I said, I started that in 2021, and I guess is where the kind of personal and life lesson stuff comes in. So why did I start that? And yet again, I need to kind of describe all of that because then it's going to make a lot of sense of why I'm quitting. So in 2021, well, I guess it was also 2020, but it was also like it led into 21, which led to this. I was a full-time college student. I even had a semester where I had to petition to the Central Campus University Register to basically request to take over the maximum amount of credit hours. So I was a full-time college student over full-time. I think it was actually twice, but there's one time I actually had to petition for it because I was taking like a handful over the like maximum, or not maximum required, maximum allowed. I had a job. I was working, it's kind of hard to say because I was a delivery driver. My route went through some different iterations. So sometimes it was longer than others. And then sometimes I would have classes that would run late certain days. So I couldn't work as many days a week. Also, I hope this mic sounds good since I have to hold it like an awkward distance from myself. I hope this sounds okay. So yeah, I was full-time college student with a full-time job, basically almost full-time job. I was still, like, I still am very active, lifting, all that. Now I've actually gotten to running recently. I've been really enjoying running too. So I've been, yeah, really, it's been like a lot of running and lifting. I was still keeping up with the gym and all that. So like I was really, really busy. And see, now this is here. I don't know how to lead with this now. Like, how do I say things? I can't really describe everything that happened previously that led up to the second time. The second time is what I'm gonna say is like, there's like two moments in my life, and I remember both of them so vividly, where you hit like your lowest low, where it's just like, you didn't think it could get this bad. And the second time was in 2021 or 2020. It was somewhere around there. It's kind of, the timeline's gonna be so difficult to even like remember. During that semester that I started YouTube, even, I had a college professor who I only had for one semester. It wasn't like I knew her super well, because there's a few others that I had like a handful of times. There's this one guy I had like 5 times, which he was a great professor. He was awesome. I loved having him like five or six times, whatever it was. It was quite often. But I had this one professor who, even during this semester, she asked me to stay after class, and she asked like verbatim what she said was, "Why have I watched your heart freeze over the course of the semester?" She was like, "Why did it seem like you just like your heart died over the course of the semester? Like what happened?" And I don't even remember exactly what I told her. And I think like that moment has really stuck with me, but not even necessarily just because of what she said. It was just because I've heard that so many other times in my life because of other things that I'm not going to talk about on this channel, a lot of childhood stuff and just personal stuff that we're just not going to get into because I can't describe everything. Obviously, I'm going to be like as honest as I can during this video. I heard that same stuff from teachers in high school, like multiple. And I remember the one that my biology slash zoology teacher, I remember that one. And then also one of my English teachers. I remember those two interactions specifically that asked like very similar things. And I also remember my mom telling me when I was like 20 about when I was 10, the family doctor that I had at that time like pulled her outside and asked why I carried the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I was like 10 at this time. So like the reason that that interaction, like it stuck with me, not just because of like what she said, it was also like just I heard it that exact same kind of concept so many times in my life from so many different people, and like from just like teachers, professors, family doctor, just like the people you meet in your daily life, like not even like family or whatever. And I promise this is going somewhere. I'm gonna try to make sure I connect it somehow. Um, she asked that, and I don't even remember exactly what I told her, but it was like right when I was like about to hit that lowest of low. And I mean, the reason I say about was because it was something that like I thought about a lot when I finally hit that lowest of low point. Yet again, this is gonna be kind of rambly too because it's just it's not scripted. Like I'm just talking, so I'm sorry. It's gonna be kind of all over the place. But yeah, I basically just I had all these things going on. Like I was in college. Like I guess I should say like I had all this other stuff in my past that was still really weighing on me, and it still does. Like it's just even though it's not even like the events that specifically weigh on me, it's just like the way it made me rethink or not rethink, like rewire myself. I had like all that weighing on me. I was in college and I was gonna be a teacher because I've always been really good with kids. Like whenever I go to like family functions, like the kids all crowd around me, and like I'm like, all right, we're going over here away from the adults. Let's just all go do our own thing. You know, it's what I've always done. And I had a really good teaching, like a field placement. The field placement genuinely could have not been better. It was awesome, but I just realized that I didn't want to do it long term. So I was in college. Like all this other stuff was still weighing on me, and then I was in college, and I was literally like full-time job, full-time student, gym. Like I was like not home for 12 to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like it was every day. I would like wake up, I would pack like a 6 pack of water and just like 4 meals throughout the day. And I would just like basically live out of my car doing all this shit. Like, I felt like I shouldn't have gone to college. Like I did well in school. I just felt like it was pointless. And honestly, college is kind of a scam now. You should only go if you like know what you want to do and it requires college. And I was just working like, you know, a shitty job, you know, it's like it just wasn't a job that I was going to work at long term. It's like a part-time or a temporary. I worked there for like 4 years. I think it was like 4.5 actually. Just to get through college and like actually worked there late in high school. I worked construction for 2 years in high school. Then I did that for 4.5 years. So I kind of just I had all that stuff happening, and I was so busy, and it all felt for naught. It just felt like I was like busy all day, every day, and there was no purpose behind it. And once I kind of describe this more and more, you're going to see how that really dug into my personality. Like my personality type is the reason why that dug so deep. And then like the moment that I guess I can talk about that because it's not like anything bad happened. Um, like that moment that I realized like how bad things were for myself and like how much I just hated everything. Actually, I'm gonna have to do that in a minute because I need to go put my chicken in the fridge that I just made. which means my mic cord's gonna disconnect, and I'm gonna have to dick with that when I get back. But it's okay. We'll get into that in a second, I guess. This video's gonna be a fucking nightmare to record, bro. Oh my god. The day that I hit that like second lowest low, like I was so just over everything, and I remember exactly how I felt. It was fucking insane. I think it might have been a day or a week after that conversation with that professor. I remember exactly, yet again, timeline's gonna be like really weird here. I was just so like frustrated with everything, and it got to a point where that like weight that I've always carried just got to be a bit too much. That like I just felt like, what's like a good word? Like I don't know, I felt a little like out of body-esque. And at work that day where I realized like how bad I just felt and like how my mental just needed like a reboot. So I was like out on a country road, and there was like a tractor. I'm gonna try to describe this like as I could draw it, but I don't want to like mess with this mic. I could MS Paint this real quick, but I don't want to. So yeah, country road. There's like 3 or 4 cars in front of me, and like we were all going like 60 miles an hour, or I guess 55 because speed limit is 55. Yeah, 55. And like there's this tractor, and you know the cars that were in front of me were like a decent distance in front of me, and like they'd pass the tractor when they got to it. They would just maintain their speed. So you know I was like, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're maintaining speed and just keeping the flow of traffic. Well, for some fucking reason, genuinely don't know what this guy's doing. This guy's off his ass for this. Like when I get to pass him, you know, like I go by him, I probably slow down a little bit because you don't want to go blaring like 60 by him. Probably was going like 40, 45. This fucking dude just like turns left, like in the middle of the road. Like it wasn't from road to road. He just was randomly 90-degree left, damn near, into like he was gonna go to a field, and he didn't use a turn signal. He just like, as I'm going by, was just like, all right, turn now, and I fucking Christ, some people, bro. So like I was like, when he did that, I was about to like run into the side of his tractor, like full speed. So like I kind of veered left a little bit. And like I worked there for 4.5 years, and I'm like probably the only person, or one of maybe, but like probably the only driver that didn't get a ticket and or damage a van like while I was there for that 4.5 year stretch. Like I had a great stretch there. This is the only time where I almost damaged a van. Never had another incident. But when he did that, you know, I veered. And to miss him, I actually like, there was like a hump, and I like hit the hump and like shot off the side of the road. And I threaded in between this like massive fucking tree and a power pole. I mean, my mirrors were probably like an inch from both. It was like the thread of a thread, because some guy just randomly decided, yes, I guess I just turned now. I can picture the moment. And now that I'm looking back on it in a different view, I'm like, what? Wait, we're off our ass. Whoever's in that tractor, what are we doing? He had a turn signal on the trailer. Like I remember he had something attached to the back, and there was a turn signal on that and on the tractor, and he used neither. God. Anyway. So you might be wondering like why is like a near accident really? It'd been my only accident I've ever been in if I got into the accident. But yes, I barely fucking missed everything. And the ditch wasn't deep enough to get stuck in a ditch. So I caused no damage to the van. W. I was so frustrated, and the weight was so much at that point, and I just felt so awful about like everything every day. Because I just like didn't want to do anything. And because everything just, I was so busy, and it all felt for naught. It felt purposeless. That like when I got off the road and like all the cars around there stopped to like look at me, you know, I just pulled back on the road and went, and I could tell you exactly what road I was on and where I was heading, because like I remember the route and I remember the moment so vividly. Obviously, like I've also have really good memory in general. I remember like it was, like I said, it was all building up so much, and then I get back on the road, and like as I was driving, like I registered the thought in my head that I was like less than a foot from wrapping a tree at like 45 miles an hour. And like I registered that in my head. And then I just kind of sat there, and I realized that something was wrong. And like this is like 10 seconds after it happened. Like I had this like boom moment. It's like my heart rate wasn't even elevated. Like I didn't even have like that fight or flight response like didn't kick in. And I'm sitting there and like I'm driving and like I said, I'm so frustrated and just tired of everything. It kind of like it snapped my head into reality for the first time in a long time. That almost happened and I was like, I had no reaction to it, like at all. Like I remember getting back on the road and just letting out a sigh because I was like, I'm gonna get home like 2 minutes later tonight because that ate up some time. And then I kind of sat there and like it hit me. I'm like, what? I'm like, holy fuck! Like, how did we get here? Like, dude, like I had that conversation with that professor like a couple days beforehand, and like, how did I get what? Like my heart's not beating right now, like fast. Like I'm fine. I'm like, what? So that day kind of like really stuck with me because I started my YouTube channel probably I think like 2 or 3 days after this. Maybe it was a week, and I can describe why it was a week. But it was kind of the day where like I was like the time I was at like the lowest of the low, and I realized it because like that moment really kind of made me realize like, whoa, like I need to like mentally reset here. So I guess like that moment, like I started basically a war against myself. And it was because like my entire life, it felt like I was always fighting a bunch of battles that I never got to pick. Okay. I just realized this is gonna be such a long dude. We're probably like 10 minutes in this video, 15, and I haven't even started like talking about YouTube damn near yet. Holy, this is gonna be a fucking weird video, bro. Yeah, I always felt like I was fighting like battles and I never really got to pick which ones I fought. And like in that moment, I kind of realized like, yeah, I guess like I did choose the job that I was at. I also chose to go to college, but it kind of had that same feeling where it was all just like I'm not fighting for myself in any way. And it was kind of the day that I like started a war against myself. And it was like I never wanted to feel like that again. And whenever I felt like that, I wanted to use it in such a productive way. I wanted to always just like I didn't want to prove anything to anyone. I realized that the only way that I was going to continue going in life and trying to succeed in things was if I started a war with myself and basically always tried to prove more to myself, even if things were unrealistic. Like, even if I set goals that were unrealistic, I still wanted to feel that. I've had this every day since then, and I've worn it like every day since then. Some of you guys might have seen it on stream or whatever. And it's got a quote from an Eminem song on there. And it was kind of like a physical reminder of that day. Because whenever I felt myself kind of slip again, like if I felt like I was not succeeding in things in life because of just letting it get to me too much, like I would like press into my chest. I think I'm back. Thank you, Mike. You're very cool here, Mr. Blue Yeti. So I remember, I don't even know where it cut off, but yeah, it was kind of like a physical thing. Like it was every time that I would feel like that happen again. I've done that a lot since then. It's like I like press into it as like a physical reminder from that moment where I was like, never again will I let myself lose a battle. Like I just won't. Even if I lose, I will fight until like I can't anymore. You know, it's like, let's say you fail something and like you have to accept failure. Like no matter, at least fight until you like physically can't, or like the battle's over. You know what I mean? Fuck, what was the point? I had a point that was gonna, damn it, I had something I was gonna, oh, so then like 3 days later, I guess for the 3 or 4 days or week, whatever it was before then, I realized that like since I had all this shit, like I had like 12 hours of stuff a day, plus the gym, which so it was like 14 hours of stuff a day, but like 12 of it was stuff I hated. It was like I have like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week of shit that I hate. Like I fucking hate it. And I'm like, it's just, it feels purposeless. Like I despise it. I realized that I needed to have something where I could go to war against myself for myself. And I was going to quit video games because I would still play video games. Like I was so spotty back then because of just everything going on. You know, like like sometimes I was just so exhausted. Even if I found time to play, I just didn't want to play. But like I would still occasionally play. And I was like going to quit because I was going to say like, I'm going to use that time to find something else. Like I'm going to find something productive. And then it hit me. I never thought about creating a YouTube channel before. Never thought about it. Like it's something never registered in my head. because I never like wanted to be a YouTuber. It was a car content creator. It was never like the dream for me. So a couple days later, I started the COD Zombies channel I showed you because it was a way that I could have purpose, and I wasn't making like I didn't start YouTube to entertain people. Like that was not the original purpose for me. The reason I started it was a self-sufficient, self-guided way to be productive and to exert passion where I couldn't exert passion in other parts of my daily life because I didn't have passion for it. That's how I started YouTube, was that whole sequence of events that led to me going like, even though now I'm going to be busy like 16 or 17 hours a day for 7 days a week. Like it was literally like every day. Like I said, I was damn near living out of my car. I would come home, sleep, and then leave immediately. Like it was something else, and it sparked like that part of me that is who I am now, where it's like I'm just like so obsessive with accomplishing things and self-improvement and becoming better at things. And no matter what it is, like the reason I sweat in video games is because it's a battle that I'm able to choose and I'm able to control, and it's a way for me to always try to hold myself accountable and not slack. And that's why I try hard in video games. That's why I started YouTube. It's like I said, it's a lot. Like I said this video is going to be kind of like different and honest. I did clarify. So then like, how did I get to DBD? Like, that's part of the story. So it in kind of the same realm as why I'm quitting DBD. It's a little different. Dude, like the early COD Zombie streaming days, like I've mentioned this before, like the people that were there, dude, oh my God, like those days, my favorite days on YouTube, like no offense to the DBD people and everyone that's on this channel watching for DBD, nothing matches the vibes of those early COD Zombie streams. But then I got to a point there where I felt like I couldn't really do much more. It was like the things I wanted to do were on games that have been out for so long because the new COD games like either sucked or they were okay, but I wasn't a fan of them. Because yet again, it's all subjective. So I got to a point where I felt like I couldn't really do anything else with it. It was like, now I'm just doing the same shit over and over. And I don't feel like I'm improving. And remember, part of the reason I started YouTube was like, I constantly need to improve at everything that I care about. If I'm doing something in life, even today, like this is such a huge part of my personality and like how I carry myself mentally. Like if I'm not working at improving at whatever I'm doing, I don't want to do it. Like I hate it. Like it just feels purposeless, which reminds me of the other purposeless things I spent all my time on and then I don't want to do. So I did the COD Zombie stuff for like 2 years, and the same career opportunity, remember we're leaving it at that I am about to move across the country for and start in a couple weeks. I was actually in the hiring process for it in 2023 or 4. It might be 4. No, it'd be 2024. This mic is kicked out like 4 fucking times in the last 5 minutes. This is actually starting to get bad. This is gonna be a long video to record. Yeah, so I quit COD Zombies, and as I was quitting COD Zombies, like I started playing stuff on my second channel while I was in the hiring process for the thing, this career opportunity. And I was playing like 100 games things. Like I did 100 days on 7 Days to Die on this channel, on Subnautica, on The Forest. They even donated, like my community donated for like a Minecraft thing. It was like a modded Minecraft 100 days. And I was just doing that stuff to mess around. And then I just started playing DBD. I don't remember why I did, but I just did. So I started playing DBD in December of 2023. So I haven't played in like 6 months, basically. I played a little bit a little while ago. I didn't play it for like 5 months and then played it for like a couple weeks ago. So I basically only played DBD for 2 years. Like my whole channel, like my very first videos to my very most recent videos are my entire DBD career. There's a lot of, like, I actually played ladder, like DBDL ladder for a few months. Because yet again, the whole, like, I'm so like obsessive with improving at things. But Like my entire DBD career is literally 2 years, and it's like all documented, which is crazy. So yeah, I was just messing around with, actually, you know what? I guess, please don't shut off. Please don't shut off. Okay, dude, finally, and the camera moved and all that. Okay, I guess another thing I can do is show kind of like exactly what happened and where it happened. Oh God, now I'm not gonna know if the mic kicks off. Actually, I guess there's a lot that I want to talk about in here, so it's probably good that I pull up my channel. We good? Okay. I put OBS on my other monitor, but my other monitor might or might not be broken. So I kind of can't see. I turned it off because it's fucking weird. Oh, this is a disaster. Anyway, so, okay. I mean, oh God, I guess I can just go oldest. So like I said, look, not even 3 years ago yet. So all the stuff you guys have seen from me, like this is me starting to play Dead by Daylight. Like I'm like full on baby noob at this point. Like I'm free tunnel out and free 4 out in this moment. So I was just kind of dicking around before I was gonna leave. You know, I was just messing around. And then my channel, 162K, 105K, 294K, 137K, 45K, 244. Just fucking around and the channel happened to blow up. I had like an, oh shit, now I gotta make a decision type thing. And I did a lot of like, I talked to so many different people about what I should do. And they all told me to come back and give this stuff another chance. Like, hey, you really enjoy it and you seem to be good at it because you've been successful in a very short period of time twice, which is true. So come back and give it another chance. And I did, which is why I'm here recording this video now, actually. So yeah, I haven't even played DBD that long, and I didn't even think I'd be here making videos on it. So that's how I got to Dead by Daylight. So now you see, I gotta try to recap for myself, because yet again, this has been so rambling all over the place, and my mic and the setup is not helping the tracking right now. You saw how I started YouTube. Like why, I guess why I started YouTube, what I originally did, why I left COD Zombies, and then how I got into DBD, and then now it's gonna kind of make sense on why I'm leaving DBD. So I'll show like some stuff for examples, but I guess I'll just talk to the camera and monitor my mic like as much as I can, and then we'll pull back up Google Chrome. So yet again, I started YouTube as a way to constantly challenge myself. I started YouTube for myself. It wasn't to entertain others. It was obviously part of it, and it was a great thing. And I'm so happy that I was able to be the entertainer that other people were to me. And like I would sit down after my long day of everything I hated, come home exhausted and watch a YouTube video and eat dinner. Or I actually would usually do that like at the shop, but still. So then like what happened? You know, I found DBD, and right now I still like, I don't really play because I don't really have a reason to play. But I still enjoy the game. So what happened? Like that, this is like, all this is going to lead into like what will make sense. So like what happened? So I said this exact next thing when I was still really new to Dead by Daylight content. And this is gonna be like a lot of tracking to try to remember everything in here, because this is gonna be like, this is where it gets really relatable for you guys because it's DBD. I was having fun and I was still pretty new to the game during all of this. So like I was having a lot of fun, but the videos I enjoyed the most were like the ones where like I really went out and challenged myself. Something like the 100 games of Billy, which I did the 100 games of Blight, which this one's really important for because it's an outlier, and we'll talk about that later. Like the videos where I actually went out and like fully challenged myself, like this streak video was great, you know, but you can see that my videos start to get a little more sporadic and they get a little different. It's because I like stopped having fun making the build videos, and dude, my mic unplugged. Hold on, wait. My mic unplugged, and I forgot to say the next thing that I said I was going to say. I said this a long time ago. Oh my God, I forgot about this. So, dude, this is a mess. I said this like 6 months after I started making DBD content, and so I was still only at like a couple thousand subs at that point. Still really good growth, but still. It like something felt wrong with DBD content. I didn't entirely know what it was, and I kind of did, and I actually was kind of right back then. Because, and I can say this with like my own personal experience, because I did COD Zombies content for 2 years. And like I was in this whole other community and I had a good channel in the other community. It felt like DBD content was way too, like, I guess 2-dimensional, not just 1-dimensional. And I remember when I was like starting to get better at making videos and starting to get better at the game and just like figure out the game well enough to where I could make videos. I remember I was playing, dude, actually I could demonstrate memory stuff in a minute. You guys, dude, I actually could, it'd be crazy. But I was playing Nurse on RPD. And I remember saying this to my chat when I was still streaming on YouTube. And I said, like, in COD Zombies, you were encouraged to be creative. You know, if you did good ideas, unique ideas, and you executed new things well, you were rewarded with views and subscribers, which it's not all about views and subs, but like it is if you want to make it worth your time in a career type sense. Because the reason I didn't take this job that I'm taking now was because I couldn't do both YouTube and this job. So YouTube had to be worth it for me, if that makes sense. And in COD Zombies, it felt like, you know, you were rewarded for all that stuff. But in DBD, it was not like that. It was like there was such a distinct, why did I say it like that? Why did I say it like that? Such a distinct content meta. I said like distinct, I don't know why. Distinct content meta. And it's still exactly how I feel about DBD content. I have a huge issue with DBD content. The content in this community just, it's not the creators' faults. I don't want to shit on other creators. It's just, I guess, so the only other people it would be people watching the content, which the people watching this video. So I'm going to say some things over the next like 20, 30 minutes. Are going to ruffle some feathers. You're not going to like what I say because maybe you'll think realize it's you or think it's you, or I'm going to say some like controversial things. Okay. I remember saying that in that stream where I was like, it feels like the content in this community is way too 2-dimensional. You either make build videos, and we'll get into the issue with those in a minute, or you make videos where you just bitch, piss, and moan about the game and the community. And 2 years later, I still feel that exact same way. And it's part of why I'm leaving. It's that for some reason in this community, creativity just isn't really as encouraged. And I'm in a Discord server. I'm talking there forever. I don't think many people are talking there in a while. I'm in a Discord server with a bunch of other DBD creators. And one of the channels in there was like, if you had a video that performed really poorly, you know, we would send it in there and everyone would just be like, show you like empathy. Because yeah, it would be empathy, not sympathy. Because everyone could relate. And we would always make like a joke, like the viewers crave the slop. We would always make that joke. And it's fucking true. It's insanely how true it is. And like the reason that I talked about everything before, I gotta try to keep this like coherent. The reason that like I described my personality type and how I got to my personality type and just like why it influenced my YouTube stuff and all that. And sorry, the mic disconnected, so I'm trying to regather my thoughts. Was because it would make more sense here. And it's like I got so tired at a certain point of just making the videos that everyone wanted me to make. Like every time I would make a video that was, in my opinion, better, more well produced, like better idea, more relatable, whatever. Like it would perform a fraction as well if I made a build video. And I said like I would explain the problem with build videos and like my issue with it as a thing with DBD is because yeah, I could either do that whole like actually give a video effort type thing, or I can make a build video. And the problem, like I said, the problem with build videos, please don't cut out again. It's like everyone makes the same videos on the same builds, and I've made like multiple videos using like the same build or the same types of builds, and they're really like uninventive, and like it sucked realizing that challenging myself as a creator, because like being a creator is to the DBD content meta makes you feel like a content monkey, just like, oh yeah, just sit there and clap your cymbals for the audience, instead of being a creator and being creative and pushing yourself as a person and pushing the bounds of content. Because I could either do this insanely unique idea that took a lot of effort and time, and it's going to get a fifth of the views, or a quarter, or a third, whatever it would be. It would get an absolute fraction of the views as if I made my 18th speed evolve video. And it's 100% true. Like, that's not even, that isn't just exaggerating for like content. Well, I guess the 18th part was, we'll say like fifth or whatever, because it probably is 5. But then there's been other videos where probably use like one speed evolve build with other builds into one. Yet again, everyone's done speed evolve builds. And like, I could either do this insanely unique creative idea, or Fire Up can get buffed. And your vault speed can go from 145 to 149%. 4%, which 4%, like if you have 0% haste versus 4%, that's a massive difference. But like if you're watching me use a build and it's 145% vault speed and it becomes 149, that's not a visible, noticeable difference. It's just the same video that I've made multiple times and that everyone else has made. And since I always wanted to like improve as a creator and push the bounds of things, it sucked getting like stuck into this like wormhole of just making the same videos over and over and over and over. And the reason I started YouTube was for personal reasons, to like improve and, you know, improve as a creator, improve as a person, improve as a video game player. Like, that's why I did it. And you get to a point in build videos where it's like, I'm just doing mindless shit that's not challenging me. I'm not pushing the bounds of content. I'm not being unique. I'm not being creative. I'm not doing a challenge that's difficult. I'm just fucking around in the exact same way for the 100th time. And there's been 100 other creators that have fucked around for 100 times in the exact same way. And then it just like, it becomes so difficult to want to make videos because you either get a lot of views doing boring shit. Yeah, it's subjective, obviously. Because like I had fun, dude, don't get it twisted. I had fun doing build videos for a long time, but then I hit a point. Like it gets to a point where you're like, I don't want to record the same video again, right? Like it gets to that point. And if I ever did like creative stuff, it would typically fail because people only wanted to see build videos or people bitching about the community for the 100th time. And they're the 100th creator that has bitched about the same community and covered drama for the 100th time. So I remember when I got tired. Oh, I'm right there. I remember when I got tired of making build videos because I was in a Discord call with some people and they were talking about my channel and I was describing how I was getting tired of making those videos. And it was like right in this section of like 68K, 80K, 226, 150, 115, like in the middle of this giant stretch of like really successful videos. Like I got tired of it. So it wasn't even like I got tired of it because they were performing poorly. I just described my personality type and like that obsessive need to improve. The excessive need to improve myself in any way possible at any moment. So that's why I started making less videos on builds and stuff. And I was kind of making more like challenge type videos. And like just to demonstrate like my personality type, I bet I can go to like any of these challenge videos and I bet I can point out like, remember when I said we'll do a memory test right now? This is going to be a fun exercise. I guess we go like, this is my first time trying the impossible streak. So like the reason I'm saying this is like, I'm using this to like prove my personality type just in a way. And this is a fun exercise, I guess. I'm just fucking around right now. So I gave this 2 attempts. The only reason I uploaded it was because I got sick and I needed like just I had footage. I lost on 16 on Pinhead. I almost clicked too far. 16 on Pinhead on Wretched Shop because I didn't tunnel a Nick or now I think it was Nick. 16 Pinhead. I didn't tunnel this Nick or I would have won the game. I ended up losing this game. That's why I lost. The second attempt of this, I lost on 13 on Deathslinger on DDS because Claudette had Deli from Gallows and they had like 4 DHDS. It was 13, right? Please tell me I'm right. Yeah. I mean, I think I got like a 3K here, but it didn't count or something. No, I only got a 2K. And it was, yeah, I don't know. So when did, it was, this person's a Claude, right? I'm pretty sure Revel's a Claude. It's not a. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, Mata's the Claude. Okay, wait. When did Mata deli? Was it here? Oh, yeah, I hooked her right there. Here, I hooked her back gallows, and she delied, and I lost that. I'm just going through the videos that like aren't the build videos to show you like these videos are the ones that mean more to me. Okay, Billy, I won the first game on RPD. I won it after playing very poorly, and I won the 100th game on Coal Tower. RPD? I know it's there. RPD, and then what was my final record? It was like 82 and 18? 81 and 19. Fuck. Yeah, never mind. I don't know anything. It was on CT though. I remember that. Okay, keep going. Like I this is just demonstrating like the constant improvement is what I was making videos for, and it's the stuff I really enjoyed. And it's why like these games just they won't leave my head. I played 100 games of Master Blight. First game on Batum. Last two games it was what's the Borgo, and then Toba was the last. Record was like was it 76 and 24 because I was still pretty new to Killer. First game, Batum. Game 98. When did I okay, this is me yapping. Toba was last, like I said. Where's Borgo? What was my record? I said 76 and 24, right? I have to keep checking to make sure the mic's still working. This is like scary as fuck for me. Oh, I was like scrolling backwards. Wait. Okay, yeah, I know. I just thought this video was later. Okay. The all chaos shuffle. Oh, I can tell you about the other thing too. Oh, okay. I'm just like I've already said it like 3 times. Just the reason I'm doing this is to show you like what was actually important to me as a creator. And like why getting stuck in like mindless slop was what pissed me off. Not like pissed me off, but like made me not want to make content. Oh god, what was game 1? Game 1 was Singularity on Eerie. I can probably tell you every game or almost every game in this video, but I will just say we'll just keep it going. Game 1 was Singularity on Eerie. Got a double hook in basement, that's why I won. Game 38 was Deathslinger on Bloodwatch. Game 39 was Artist on Ironworks of Misery. Singularity on Eerie. I mean, it's Auto Haven, but there's the Lodge. There's Blood Lodge. Ironworks. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm just making sure OBS is still good. Okay, keep going. Like I have just. What are some other ones that are? This okay. The last game I lost. Okay, the first game I lost was on Midwich. It was game 5. And the last game I lost was Grim Pantry. It was game 96. I think. First loss was game 5 on Midwich, and I described why I lost. It was Grim Pantry game 97. Fuck. Like I said, it was just kind of a weird thing to do. It was every time I challenged myself, it's when I genuinely enjoyed myself, and it's like what stuck with me. And making the videos that were like unique and creative and challenging and all of that. I forgot to show you the other thing. Fuck. Well, I guess we can get in. It's still cool to get into that, I guess. It's like why I did YouTube. It was to challenge myself and to try to push the bounds of things. I realized I wasn't showing the thing. I had to go back and redo this part. Okay. So I started getting tired of making videos here. I mean, you can see like if I would upload something a little different, it'd like 9K views. If I would upload a 31, 12, I guess that one didn't do that well. 50, 31. That was like the more build type videos, you know, like I would go 50, 31, 17 with a way tougher to produce video. 11K, 6.9, 4.7, 5.1. Like the reason I'm demonstrating those was like I got infinitely more views just making the same build videos over and over. 51, 45, 23, 115, 150. Like I just got way more views doing that. And then I did this Hardcore Killer series, which I'm not going to spoil too much. Please tell me the mic's still working. WW. Nice. Let's go. Is in this video, I got a comment. Because like this challenge, like it was, I did insanely restrictive rules. Like there was, I'm not going to spoil it. Cause like I said, I don't want to spoil it in case you want to watch it. I did like insanely restrictive rules. because I wanted to challenge myself, and I didn't want to like make my series more difficult than everyone else did. I just wanted to make it as difficult as I could and have a chance to complete it. Because like I feel like I said, I don't want to be like a dick to other people, but a lot of people have like really relaxed rules with it, and I'm like, it's not really like that difficult of a challenge then. And in this video, someone left a comment, and like I said, I was getting to the point where I was like, so just not enjoying the fact that I had to make brainless stuff, and all the more difficult stuff would do way worse. Someone left a comment in this video and was like, why would I want to watch this? It's too difficult. Like, why would I want to watch you mentally struggle with a challenge that's like impossible? And I'm like, with my personality type, like I want to overcome these journeys. I want things to be borderline impossible. I want to set these like unrealistic, stupid standards. And it really just like, that was kind of like the final nail in my head was like, this series, the whole time I was doing it and I was having fun. There's another series I'm going to show you guys that didn't actually get uploaded. Not my fault. Technically kind of my fault, but not actually. Was like, I kept trying to make things more difficult and push the bounds even farther. And I just kept getting like rewarded less. Yeah, I wasn't able to like, I must have deleted the Google Sheet. I can't believe I did. I showed you earlier, like I completed the all killer Chaos Shuffle streak, right? We won with every killer in a row in Chaos Shuffle. Well, the last time Chaos Shuffle went out, it just came out yesterday, actually. Funny enough. So the last time it came out, which was the first time where the add-ons were random, if you remember that, I kept saying to everybody, I was like, I've already won with every killer in Chaos Shuffle in a row. Let's try to win with every killer in Chaos Shuffle in a row, twice in a row. You know, you get the killer, you win with the killer, you take them off the wheel, you complete the wheel with all the killers on it, reset, do it again in a row. That was my idea. Because yet again, I wanted to keep working at improving and making ideas bigger and better, and that's what I like. And I technically won with every killer in a row in Chaos Shuffle 3 times in a row, technically speaking. I did it 3 times. Here's what I'll say. I won with every killer in Chaos Shuffle in a row, and then I won with like 14 more, because I think there's 41 killers at this moment. I got to like 55, and then I lost on Oni, which is my best killer, which it was on mid, which it haunted the shit out of me. So I won with every killer in a row, won with 14 more in a row, lost, reset the wheel, won 77 games in a row. So I won with every killer in a row, won with the next, whatever, I'm not going to do the math right now, it's fucking 35 or whatever. 35, I don't know, I'm not going to try to math that. I just don't care. So I needed to get to 82, and I was on 77. And then I lost Pyramid Ahead on RPD because the Jake got balanced landing and the Lori got sprint burst. And then the Carlos got lithe. So I was Pyramid Ahead on RPD and everyone had exhaustion perks. So fuck me, I guess. And then I reset again, won with every killer in a row again, then lost the first time of the next wheel because it was Trapper on Eerie of Crows against 4 medkits. So I just lost. It was just like, they have to throw up on themselves for you to win that game. Like, so yeah, I was trying to complete the wheel twice in a row. I won with every killer in a row, won with 14 more, lost, won with every killer in a row, won with like 35, lost, reset the wheel again, won with every one of them in a row again, then lost on Trapper. So that video didn't get uploaded. It would have been a really fun video. I mean, God, that was such a tough week though, because I was playing so much because it was just haunting me that I was failing. And like I set like some unrealistically high bar for myself. Got so fucking close to doing it too. And just, oh my God, I remember I went back in my VOD and just looked at my face and demeanor after losing that Pyramid Head game. And I kind of miss it because like, it was just one of those moments where like, it just reminded myself why I started YouTube and why I started pursuing stuff like this and why I was streaming in that moment and why I was making videos. It was just like, for moments like this where it's like, you know, like everything's like, you just feel awful, but you just want to get back and just like, that's, I mean, think about what, please don't turn off. Please don't turn off. Please don't turn off. Please don't turn off. You're so good, Mike. Thank you. Switch hands. My hand's going to cramp if I hold it like this. Oh, I got to do this real quick. I have to change you. Okay. So it reminds me of moments like the Blight video. And the weird thing with this video is, am I drunk? When the fuck did I make the Blight video? It was over here. Yo, there it is. So if you don't know what this video is, I was pretty new to Killer, and Blight's the most, in my opinion, I guess Wesker's also really up there too. He's like the most mechanically intensive killer in the game. I was pretty new to Killer, and I wanted to document the journey of mastering, quote, master, I just use YouTube title, Blight, with like no experience. And I want to document all of the pain and frustration and all, dude, it's such a good video. And the reason I have to like mention is this video did really well. And I was saying like the views were so much easier to get on like build videos, but like the build videos would take me 1 day to make. This took like 2 weeks to make. And this video performed poorly at the start. I got really lucky. It just like ran long term. Like a week after I uploaded it, it was like one of the worst performing videos I had in a while. And then I just like ran like long term well. I wanted to, that's why I said earlier I wanted to point this one out as an outlier. But it still took so much to do, and it still performed so bad, and then just got lucky. But like even in that chaos shuffle moment, even the moments of failure, like if you watch this video, like you'll know where's the, oh yeah, right here. You'll see me losing my fucking shit. Like, let's go to the end of this section. Oh boy, this reshade's so chopped. Oh wait, no, this is the part where I started shitting on people. Wait a minute, no, that's this part. Bro, yeah, you can see I'm just fucking playing, like, yeah, fucking monkey flick, buddy. And I'm just like, I'm actually like losing my fucking mind. And I remember the maps were awful. I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat. Just, it reminded me of this, and it was like the reasons that I started YouTube. And like, and that video never got uploaded, but yeah, we almost had a really fucking good video. It would have been a good video, but we almost had like a really insane challenge completion. Unlucky. My last challenge that I've done on YouTube, it didn't get uploaded, I guess. The last challenge that I've done was a very close failure. Fucking unlucky, bro. I guess the last one on YouTube, I shouldn't have said it, because now the last one on YouTube. Don't spoil anything. Never mind. Shut up. I'll be quiet now. I think I kind of said all I needed to say with the content stuff. And kind of leading with that too, is I said that the 2 types of content that do well typically, like the really easy stuff that it's really easy and it does well, is that the whole build video stuff, which just gets so redundant because everyone does the exact same shit over and over and over again. And then like you don't really push the community as a creator, and it sucks. Like it's not the creator's fault, it's just how it works. The other thing is like the toxic, the bully squad, the salty TTV, the racist this, that, the other, you know, just the fucking slop shit. And just bitch about the devs, bitch about the survivors, bitch about the survivor entitlement, bitch about killer entitlement. You know, just bitch about the same dumb fucking shit for the 18 millionth time. And it just performs so well. And it's just like so uncreative, and it sucks to be around. And a big part of it is the community's fault that they foster this type of stuff. Because I also remember being very new to this game. Like I have such a unique, weird perspective on DBD, was I was making videos and streaming for people that had way more experience in the game than me. And I remember saying this on stream. And everyone kept telling me how I had to feel. Like, oh, this is toxic. Oh, this person's sweating too hard. Oh, this, that, the other. Oh, the devs suck. And I'm like, no, I think they're doing okay. No. I've been playing this game for 5 years. You haven't. The devs suck. You know, this community is like so Stockholm syndromed and negative, and they only really focus and care about negativity, which YouTube videos and I mean, DBD Twitter is a fucking disaster. Will just kind of reinforce that idea. It's just like the more negative you are, the better it is for you as a creator. Like not, I guess I shouldn't, that's a little too much to say. If you cover toxicity and negativity and all this negative stuff, and if you bitch about the devs and bitch about the survivor entitlement, like it view wise and traction wise, it does well for you. And it sucks to be around that. It sucks to want to, I'm not trying to like say I'm better than everyone. Okay. Like, cause this sounds like, I'm not saying I'm better than everyone. Just, I realized that DBD was not the place for me, because I wanted to kind of like push the bounds of things. I wanted to try, I wanted to make everyone like better players, this, that, and the other. And if I would try to make everyone else better players, people would bitch that I'm sweating. People would bitch in my comments that I'm sweating. It didn't affect me in the way of where it was like, I don't want to upload this video because people are just going to call me a sweat and a tryhard. And this, it didn't affect me in that way. It made me just kind of question why did I give up IRL opportunities to come back and pursue like or hang around a community that just is nothing but negative? And like it's just like in that way it affected me, I guess. So I turned down a great career opportunity, and like I mean right now part of the reason I'm also leaving, which I guess I can get to that more in a minute, it's like I want to do something that's better for my future, and I want to start moving towards family life and this, that, and the other. And I gave that up for a few years to come back just to have people call me child groomers because I beat them in a video game, or a child groomer because I beat them in a video game. Had people threaten to find my address, wish death upon my mom and my family, and come into my stream and say they hope I die and to off myself and all this stuff. Like, why would I give up a great career opportunity? And why would I put family life? I mean, I'm single now, but why would I kind of continue putting my life on hold for a place where everyone's just negative and everyone just complains to complain? When I was growing up, the internet was the escape from the real world. Like everything would suck in your daily life, or you just have, I guess such a negative way to say, and I guess I said I was going to stop thinking like that. Like things would suck, life is tough, and you would use the internet as an escape from that. Be like, okay, like I'm going to go watch YouTube, hang out in streams, play video games to get an escape from that. But everyone became more and more and more perpetually online, and then COVID hit, and now like too many people are way too perpetually online to where instead of the internet being an escape from the real world, it is now like people only live in the internet. They only feel like they're like meaningful online. They only have the balls to say things online. All their confidence and all of their desire to live is on the online world and all that. And all the real world problems then overtake the internet. So then the internet, instead of being an escape from the real world, it's now the real world is the internet. And if everyone's just negative all the time and this, that, and the other, and the reason like that's like the whole internet has that problem. And it feels like DBD was such a hyper like concentrated area of this, where it was basically nothing but negativity. A lot of the people, like there was a lot of people that did shitty things, but then everyone would just like performatively white knight it and be like, I would never, I'm not toxic. Like they would go searching out people to cancel to then white knight it for themselves. They would just constantly just harass the devs and say the devs don't know what they're doing. And sometimes the devs are a little lost, but like the devs are also in a lose-lose situation. Like I said, this is gonna be a really rambly video. Like I'm sorry, it's gonna be a fucking disaster. I keep saying it, but I have to keep apologizing because I'm realizing how like rambly this is, but it's like stuff that's been on my mind. You know, the devs either make their game balanced and more fair and cater to, well, they make it like how it should be, but it only caters to like 20% of the player base, maybe 10%, which means they lose a lot of their casual player base, or they make their game kind of an unbalanced disaster, but the player base, like the majority of the player base stays, so they get more money and bigger licenses, and it makes more sense for them to do that. I guess another part of it is DBD has a fallacy, and it will never be fixed. And it's the whole, is it a competitive or a party game? DBD, in my opinion, because again, my opinion is not like just factually correct because it's my opinion. It's a party game that has too much content to be a party game, but it is not built to be a competitive game due to like how naturally unbalanced it is due to the amount of RNG and matchup differences. Like DBD was meant to be a party game, but you cannot have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of perks, dozens and dozens and dozens of maps, and 40 some killers, and expect that to be a party game. There's too much content for it to be a party game, but it's so unbalanced that it's not able to be a competitive game either. So it's stuck in this like gray area. And it's why we have these constant discussions about that. I'm going to wrap around some stuff again real quick and then lead into something else. Like, yet again, I'm thankful for everybody. I don't want to get twisted. Like I said, I know a lot of negative stuff because it's not even everyone in the community, but there's like a large portion of the community just negative and content. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Come here. You know what? This is a good example. Real quick. Boom, boom. I mean, this guy's already been shit on like 8 million times, but like, come here. I'm gonna yell at you guys too. I'm gonna say some really colorful language things right now, and you guys need to. I'm sorry, but like, don't get too offended by what I'm gonna say next. So we all know who this Immortals guy probably is at this point. Part of his stuff actually made me realize like how I didn't want to make content anymore because of how negative the community is. Because like you look at this stuff is just, in my opinion, yet again, my opinion's not factually correct, like slop content, right? Like it's just this no commentary, like bully squad, racist, TTV, blah, 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 whatever. And like this stuff gets so many views for no effort because the DBD community encourages mindless, brainless negativity. And I remember like as I was getting like tired of like, I mean, like just look at this shit. Like, dude, for fucking what, right? Like for fucking what? Like this is just to reinforce my point about like for fucking what? Like look at these views. For fucking what? Like it's insane. And yet again, hold on, we're gonna wind this up for a sec. There's other stuff like this. This is just the example I'm gonna use because he's been out. Like I feel like I can shit on him because his stuff was outed as faked. The only reason I'm doing this. No one else is gonna get called out. No one else is gonna get anything. Don't worry. So why would I go through all this effort and desire to make better and better content if you can make, let's pretend it's not fake for a minute, low effort, negative content that takes zero effort to like upload and just you can get massive views from it. And it got outed as being faked, right? Like all this stuff was, oh yeah, it's fake. And then everyone was like, oh, it's just slop content. It's just slop. The same people that are calling it slop content are the same fucking people that are watching the fucking videos before they realize they were fake. You can, okay, you can watch whatever you want. If this is enjoyable to you, more power to you, right? Like you can watch this. It's fine. Like it's okay. For other creators that want to be creative and actually do positive things and teach others and make everyone else around them better, why bother when yet again you can just be negative and get infinitely more views for infinitely less effort? And then yet again, everyone was like, oh, it's just slop content, blah, 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 blah. But they were the same people that were watching the stuff. Like, it's not slop just because it's fake. Like, it was, in my opinion, slop beforehand. Like, it's just, why are we fucking low effort negativity stuff gets more views than, like, not even just my stuff. Like, there's other creators that I know and other creators that, like, there's a handful of videos that I've collabed with or I was going to collab with or participate in that never got uploaded because that creator literally told me or others was like, I'm just not going to upload this because if I just make another video shitting on the new PTB, it'll get way more views. And I don't want to spend, you know, all day editing or a few days editing this when I can make a video in 15 minutes and get 5 times the amount of views. Like, it's not just me that feels like this. I'm going to be honest. So yet again, like re-wrap around some stuff. Okay. Like with my personality type and what I want to do as a creator and like who I want, like I can't fall asleep at night if I just feel like I sell my soul for others versus if my life's a little more difficult, but I'm self-fulfilled. That makes sense. And then, like I said, the thing with this is like, I'm 25, if you didn't know. I'm 25 years old. Yeah, I'm Unc. I get it, okay? If I was a few years younger, I would just, a few months ago, I would have made a new channel revolved around like really big speed running or difficult challenge videos. Like I would have just done like those big journey videos that I feel like are by far the best videos I've ever made. But I'm 25 and I want to get a move on with IRL things. I want to secure myself and my future family a better future, which YouTube is really inconsistent. It's really hot and cold. Trends die. Creators fizzle out. Like, I can't promise that it's going to be benefiting me in 10 years from now. And I also kind of just want to get away from the online world a little bit because the online world is now so negative. Everywhere you look, it's just negativity. Media headlines are just only, they know that they're going to get so many more clicks and views if they just post negative headlines. Like you hardly ever hear positive stories because no one cares. And it sucks because some people do some really cool, nice shit. Why would I put my life and like my aspirations for IRL stuff on hold for like a community and a place that just encourages negativity and doesn't encourage being an actual creator? And yet again, I don't want to get twisted because there's some actual good creators in the community that do well for themselves and they deserve it. But it's also just feels like even they get, you can look at like their videos, they also will get stuck into that kind of like the content meta. And I'm not better than anyone for not wanting to do it, and they're not worse than me for being okay with, like, I'm not like, oh, they're okay with just like diving into the content meta. Like it's not, it doesn't make them worse people. It's just the reason that I described the events in 2021, why I started YouTube, my personality type, why I went over my favorite videos that I've made, why I was able to just like basically like photographic memory, the big moments and those videos to demonstrate my personality type was just like, this isn't for me. Like this community in place is just not for me. And if I was younger, I would just go somewhere else. But when I reapplied for this job, I was still doing DBD stuff. And I was really 50-50 on should I stay or should I go? And some days it would be like 70% one way, 30% the other. The next day it would be like 30%, 70% the other way. Like it would flip, right? I had a really, really like impactful moment. Like you see, if you can't tell what that is behind me, I'm a Michigan fan. I actually live in Ohio. Well, okay, currently I'm not going to for much longer, but I live in Ohio, but I'm a Michigan fan. I had one of the biggest epiphanies of my life in the weirdest way possible. As I was like back and forth with should I stay doing YouTube or should I go? I was at my friend's house, his new house that him and his fiance, his now wife, who I was a groomsman in their wedding less than 2 weeks ago. That was the first time I was over at their new house they just built. We were watching the OC Michigan game. And they were giving me the tour. And, you know, I was looking around. I really like their house, dude. Their house is really nice. And we were watching the game. And it's like almost halftime or something. And I just kind of was looking around. I'll never forget this moment. This is one of those massive moments in life where, like I said, I was like 50-50 one day, 50-50 the other way, or 70-30, 30-70, 50-50. It would flip day by day. I'm like, should I stay or should I go? I'm just looking around. Like I'm looking at the trim on their walls. I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm looking at their dog. I'm looking at the island in the kitchen, the countertop island, whatever. And like, I'm looking around and I ask myself, like, when am I going to get to this point in my life if I keep sacrificing so much to keep doing YouTube? If I keep giving up other opportunities to just chase passion, which I did live off the passion full time with COD Zombies and DBD. Like I lived off of it for like 4 years. Like it was my full time job for 4 years. But yet again, it's so like securing a future is so much more difficult, especially since I want a wife and kids. Well, I guess I want to be a husband and a father is a better way to put it, I guess, because that's just like a more kind of genuine way to talk about it. You know, and I'm sitting there, I'm just looking around, like the game's going on. We're getting our shit smoked too. We fucking sucked this year. Because if you got pay attention to college football, you know why. I'm like looking around. I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, I gave up so much to come back to this place that just harbors nothing but negativity. And like I kind of just want to move on with my life in a way. Like it's just the online world's so negative and everything's so just negative, and I gave up so much to keep doing it. I was like, what am I doing? It was just seriously, it was like an epiphany of what am I doing moment. From that day on, like my decision was made. That decision was probably like 8 months ago. I still streamed and uploaded videos for like 2 or 3 more months. It wasn't like I stopped uploading immediately, but it was kind of like, that's when I just started uploading stuff that I wanted to upload as I was on my way out, which is why like my last sets of videos were just like not build videos. That makes sense. I honestly think I've like covered most of what I want to cover, but just to kind of like fully bring it back yet again. The reason I started YouTube was for myself. I always I wanted to upload things that I wanted to do. I wanted to become better in all these other ways and all that. DBD was a place where I felt like I couldn't do that, and I felt like that for a long time, and eventually it became too much. And then if I wanted to keep doing YouTube as a passion, I would have to give up other career opportunities, which just isn't worth it for me in my future. And then even just being around the community, like there's a lot of nice people here. There's a lot of cool people. There's a lot of people that deserve to have the followings they have. There's a lot of people that watch my videos or watched my streams or other people's streams or other people's videos, interact with. There's a lot of people in this community that are genuinely good people. And then there's just so many people that are good people, but they just harbor and focus on negativity because it's worth it. Like the community encourages that shit. There's a lot of people that just aren't good people in the community. There's a lot of people that are maybe not like awful people, but they turn into awful people on the internet. And I just like, I don't want to be around it. And like, even if I don't want to be around it, like then the extra layer of like, I'm sacrificing my future for this passion, even though yet again, I lived off of it for like 4 years. So then there's that. And then there's like, even if I want to just pursue it as a passion for my own self-fulfillment, you know, if I want it to be worth my while, I have to give it up as a passion and treat it more like a job. And my personality type can't do that. Like that promise I made to myself in 2021, that war that I started with myself that I continue to fight to this day, you know, it completely goes against, you know, doing things, or I was gonna say doing things for other people, but that's such bad wording for it. Like it completely goes against sacrificing things I want to do just for like financial betterment in that way. Like you have to make sacrifices in life 100%, but like with something like this, if I want to be as successful as possible, you know, I'd had to keep uploading my build videos, and I have to like limit myself as a creator, and I have to not try too hard, and I have to like, I have to give up on myself to be more successful. And I can do that in some ways for an actual job, career, you know, maybe, you know, like you have to make sacrifices sometimes for the betterment of yourself and your future, and yet again, future family. Yet again, I'm single right now, so like it's not, I can't say family, I guess, but future. I can do that for like a job or a career or something, but for a self-paced, like self-passion, self-business, YouTube passion business, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I can't do that. I can't just be a mindless content monkey just to get more views. Cause like, it's just, I can't fall asleep at night like that. Like I give up on the promise I made to myself if I do that. I take the most impactful, deepest moment of my life, and I go against it and the lesson I learned that day, and it's carried with me until now. That's why like this strikes so deep to me, right? That's why my feelings on the community as a whole, as how negative they are so strong. Like even I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people sometimes. Like every other gaming community thinks. Remember the point where I said that everyone always told me how to feel about this game, and like you have to feel like this. You have to say the devs are bad. The devs are bad. You're not allowed to say they're trying their best. You got to say they're bad. You know, all this stuff. Like people from other communities point out how shit this community is. Yet again, it's not everybody. And I know it sounds negative. I'm sorry, but it's not everybody. People point out how shit this community is, and then the DBD community suddenly goes, it's not that bad over here. And then as soon as that other person, wait, remember when Flats said something about DBD and he was spot on, and everyone went, no, this place is great. Like, it's like, it literally sometimes felt like it's, you know, those books and movies where it's like a dystopia, utopia thing. Yet again, okay. I don't want this to make, I'm not trying to say I'm better than other people when I say this, because it's going to sound so weird. Okay. You know, those dystopia, utopia books and movies where it feels like where everyone's brainwashed because it's a utopia, dystopia thing. And, you know, the whole plot is like the character that you're following is the only one that's not brainwashed. Like, that's what it felt like sometimes. Because everyone just leaned so much into the negativity that they just became so negative. And they also, like, became Stockholm syndromed with DBD. And then if someone else insulted DBD, they would flip the fuck out about it and be like, oh, no, you can't say that. You're not part of our community. Like I was saying before the mic cut out, it actually went on a good streak there. You know, they would just go back to like the Stockholm syndrome thing. And they always told, as someone who just started playing DBD a couple years ago, like I got told how I had to feel about the game and everything. And I still feel like that happens now because you have all of these high hour players that tell everyone else how they have to feel and view the game. And like, as someone who, like, I'm like one of the only creators, really, honestly, it's like the truth, that started playing the game. Is like, I started playing the game after Chucky came out. And then I became a sizable creator and I became pretty good at the game. Like, I don't want to sit there and like toot my own horn, but like, I mean, like, if you remember what I said about the Chaos Shuffle Streak thing, and then you go look at my Hardcore Killer Challenge, like, I know what I'm doing in the game. You know, it's DBD pubs. I mean, yet again, like, I had like 2 or 3 months of ladder experience. I only had like 1,500 hours when I started playing ladder. I only played it for like 2 or 3 months. And like, I got to like, I think the highest I was when I saw it was 320. But then I won 5 games in a row and then didn't play ladder again. So like, I was probably like 250. Which is like, okay. Like, that's not like that. Like, there's like 5,000 people on ladder, but like the top 1,000 are the only ones that really like are, that's gonna sound so mean if I say that, are conscious. I'm sorry. Like, if you're new to ladder, like, I don't want that to discourage you, but like, obviously if you're new to ladder and you're playing against people that are like used to playing against competitive players and competitive 1v1s, like, you're just gonna get fucking fried. I don't know what actually saved, but like, if you're new to ladder and newer to the game, like, you're gonna play against people that make you look like an idiot. That's why I say conscious, because it's like, you're playing against like some of the best of the best. And then like, there was people that like absolutely fucking dumpstered on me on ladder. Like, there's people that made me look, I had no clue what I was doing. I remember the one guy I played against, like an actual competitive player. And I remember he fucking bitched my ass. And I was just like, I was ranked like 300 on ladder. Like I said, I only played it for a couple of months. And I'm like, compared to the average pub player, like, I'm skilled. Compared to the average ladder player, like, I'm decent. Like, you know, like 300 is not like crazy good. It's like, okay. And then there's still people that just fucking just whip my ass, right? Like, I don't remember how I got started on this topic, but yeah, like, oh, I kind of remember my original point. Like, I came into DBD late. I had to learn everything, and like, I had to go from 0 to I'd say sizable creator. Like, I mean, almost 30K. Like, yeah, sizable creator. And after knowing nothing about the game, I had to do all that in like 2 years. And like, I had to learn all these things about the game and the community and this, that, and the other. So it's like, I was in a total different mindset than like everyone else, because I didn't have the baggage from when the game was like really, really poorly balanced. And like, when DBD, we had 10th year anniversary. So like 2016 to 2020, I guess, like when the game was like severely unbalanced and horrible and whatever, like, I didn't have that baggage that everyone else had. I didn't remember what my original point was, because my mic went out for a while, twice. But like, I don't know, it was just very weird. Like I said, that's why like the utopia dystopia thing, it was kind of like I came in on a different like wavelength than everybody. And then I became part of the community and still felt like I was on a different wavelength. And it was just, that's why I said, like, it just felt like everyone else around me was just thinking different than me. And it was really weird. But I think I said all I needed to say. This is probably gonna be an insanely long video. This is going to have a lot of like life lesson stuff here. A lot of personal stuff. I mean, I think I covered like everything I could have covered. I want to reiterate, because yet again, this is my last video. If you were around for just the COD Zombie stuff, if you were around for COD Zombies and DBD, if you were around for DBD, if you just supported me at any moment, like, just thank you. In 10 years from now, I'm going to be sitting in my basement sometime on a Saturday night or whatever, and turn on some of my old YouTube videos, the ones that I made that I was proud of, the ones that I went against the grain of what the meta of content was, purposely made something I knew was not going to perform as well, put myself out there as a person for ridicule, and try to help others and be relatable to others. And like, I'm very proud of what I've done as a creator in DBD, in Zombies, in both, as a person outside of being a creator, like just the people I interacted with. Like, so thank you to everybody and everyone and everything. Like I said, it's a very negative video in the last back half of it. I get it, but it makes sense. It's my quitting video, right? Like when you're quitting, you're not going to be like, oh, happy go lucky. Like, yeah, like it was all sunshine and rainbows. Like, no, I have to give reasons why I'm leaving, and there's reasons why I'm leaving that are like community related, content related frustrations. But I am genuinely appreciative of everyone, and I don't want that to go understated through all of the bullshit like in this video. I say bullshit because there's so much. Wow, this video, I knew this video was going to be so long, and it just hit me until now that this is, I guess I've already accepted that I've been done with YouTube for quite a while now, so it doesn't really feel like this insanely weird big moment to sign off for the final time. Oh, I guess before I go, you know, like, I'll be responding to comments in this video. I still have a Discord server. I mean, I'll still be active in the server, even though it's just turned into like this group chat where I shitpost all the time. Well, not as much anymore, but for a while there, it was like every day I was just shitposting. Like I'll still interact with people on Discord. Like if you DM me, like whatever you want to say, like I'll respond to your DMs. I'll respond to you in the server. Like I'll respond to comments. You know, like don't be afraid to give opinions. Even criticize, like, I don't, it's whatever. Yet again, like, I'm not perfect. I mean, not everything I said in this video is defiantly right. It's just how I feel. But I am very appreciative of everybody, and don't be afraid to reach out and just say whatever you want to say or feel like you need to say. Yeah, I guess this is it. It's fucking crazy, huh? It was a good run. It was, I mean, the COD Zombie streaming stuff was insanely stupid. And then DBD, I got a lot out of myself with like very low odds in a very short period of time. And there's things that I've done and said and videos that I've made and people I've affected that I can be proud of. And I won't take these last few years for granted. I hope I was able to positively affect you at some point through the DBD journey. And I hope a lot of you guys were able to maybe learn some life lessons or just kind of like feel like you've been related to with this video, because I said a lot in this video that you don't really talk about super often, you know? I hope there's gotta be at least one person hopefully that watches this that realizes that, like, maybe a mental change that would help them, and hopefully I impact someone else in some way. But thank you guys for everything. Yeah, I got some insane shit coming up. I'll be okay though. I'll be fine. Looking forward to it. But my sign out was always catch you in the next one, and I can't say that now. So, I guess thank you guys for everything, and take it easy.